Oh boy, here I go, making predictions again, which I was 100% correct on all my predictions for the season 3 finale, so these are also going to be 100% correct. No need to investigate that claim. 100% right on every prediction I've ever made. Promise. Alright, so season 3 ended with Rehoboam shut down, anarchy spreading throughout the world as people's paths were no longer controlled for them, Dolores dead, Maeve and Caleb making the most epic team-up to help bring a new world order, and Bernard going into the Valley Beyond to figure out the next part of the plan, and leaving poor Stubbs in a bathtub full of ice with shitty booze. So here are my predictions for season 4, based on absolutely nothing but my brain thoughts. And if I'm wrong about it, the internet is very kind, and definitely no one will rub it in my face. So, let's talk my predictions for season 4 of Westworld. First, I think season 4 will mostly be the hosts versus humans and hosts versus humans. I know that sounds kind of weird. So we saw in the after credits scene that Dolores is creating an army of hosts and now has host William to likely be her new lieutenant. Dolores said there were two sides of her, one that considered humans weak and evil and needed to be destroyed so the superior species could rule. Hosts. And then there was the side of her that wanted a place for everyone and free will. Dolores got pushed towards the first perspective, which was helped by losing her knot of family and having Hale's life bleed into hers, and now believes hosts are the superior species and humans should be wiped out. So I think season 4 is going to be a crazy mixture of Dolores and her host army trying to eliminate humans, I guess a Terminator story without time travel, humans and hosts, Caleb, Maeve, Bernard, so on, trying to work to build a new, better world of free will, and the humans that want the world to go back to how it was. Probably people like Sorok and governments that thrived on Rehoboam's paths. And I think Sorok will be back. He was badly wounded in the finale, but we didn't see him bleed out and die. Sorok may be a player in season 4 in trying to re-establish control. Honestly, humanity is in a very scary place in the finale of season 3 and going into season 4. So Rehoboam is shut down, people realize that their paths were picked for them, that they were being controlled, and so now everybody is rebelling. So we have anarchy throughout the world, and we have, probably governments trying to bring back control, and then we also have Dolores creating her hosts to take over the world. So humans aren't doing very well. They're very disjointed, there's chaos everywhere, and now there's also going to be a threat of Dolores and her hosts trying to take control and wipe out humans. It's gonna be pretty crazy in season 4. I feel like Dolores and her host army would be hard enough to defeat without everything being super chaotic in the world, with Rehoboam being shut down and everyone being pissed off that they were being manipulated and controlled. So everything being in an absolute state of flux and people just going apeshit is going to make it even scarier. I think Dolores will be brought back by Maeve and Caleb, but not the Dolores we know. We were told repeatedly that you live as long as the last person that remembers you, and hosts have really, really good memories. So I can see them bringing back Dolores, just not the one that we spent the past 3 seasons with. And I really want to see Dolores again, even though she kind of became a crazy bitch. At the same time, we know Maeve now has the white goo that can create hosts, so I think what we're going to see is Maeve bringing more hosts into the real world, putting them in bodies, and it's going to be this crazy thing of Clementine and friends, all the people Maeve is bringing into the real world are already has, versus Dolores and her army. It's going to be host versus host, but on a bigger, crazier scale, and I'm all about it. I think Bernard definitely will have more to do in season 4. Maybe that's just wishful thinking on my part. I know he was sidelined in this season. We found out because he had the key to the Valley Beyond, the Sublime, whatever you want to call it, and he needed to stay out of danger. But now that he's been in the simulation, now that he has seen what's next, the plan, which he smiled about, so I have to imagine it's a really good plan, especially if Bernard's happy with it. I hope to see him enacting that plan in season 4. And my prediction, I guess since this is a prediction video, is that's what he'll be doing. I also predict that Stubbs will definitely be back in season 4, and he's just offline in the bathtub, and Bernard is gonna go and bring him back online. So, 100% going to happen. I now love Stubbs. He was a delight this past season.